Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a winter solstice reading for you. The winter solstice is on the 22nd in the northern hemisphere, and of course in the southern hemisphere this is the summer solstice. The winter solstice, for those of us that are experiencing the start of winter, is of course the darkest night of the year, but it signals symbolically the return of the light, and this light is within. If you're in the southern hemisphere, of course, this is about externalizing your place in the world, where you belong. So this is a much more outer experience of receiving recognition, staking your claim. But for those of us in the north, we are looking to light the fire within, the return of the life, celebrating creation and rebirth. So I've laid out the past, present, and future in a mix of the African Tarot and the Tarot of the Divine. I'll clarify with the Crow Tarot, and I will pull some oracle cards at various moments throughout the reading, at which time I will ask for your support. For now, I'm grateful for your presence. Let's get started, Aries. So your overall energy is the Five of Cups. And this is a reminder, an emotional overhang that exists as you are processing the many ties, bonds, and relationships that you are releasing. This can also include the release of goals, but these things are very much bound up with relationships and associations that don't release you as much as you can't release them. So this is all a part of your experience of finding a deeper, truer, more authentic connection with yourself and moving on towards the fulfillment and the explicit agreement of those goals and relationships. However, there is an emotional pull because in many ways this is the release of patterns and relationships that you have responded to, reacted to, been a victim of for much of your life. So there is an emotional pull. And in many ways, this winter solstice is giving you the opportunity to accept, recognize, and surrender the impact that these associations and behaviors had on your system of beliefs, and how you are now consciously release those in order to pursue the things that resonate and align with your goals and values. In the present, we have the Knight of Swords. In the past, the Four of Cups, and in the future, the Eight of Coins. There's a lot of desire on your part to separate yourself from your feelings and emotions, to pursue your truth in a way that will help you align your thoughts with the reality that you're trying to create, the world that you want to see. In the past, you have enacted this separation from these old relationships, patterns, ways of that you learned of receiving love that have failed you, have disappointed you. And although you have steadily built this belief in your own powers to align yourself with things that feel good to you, that support you, that celebrate you, there is a feeling of the incompleteness of that, or that what these old ties and beliefs continue to offer you, you feel cut off from those things. You no longer want the things that you once believed would fulfill you when it comes to your former relationships. This feels a lot like family. But beyond family, this feels a lot like the community that you have grown around you that replaced, in many cases, family, even chosen family. You are thoroughly delving into your ability to develop yourself as a person, as an individual. You're working hard at your strengths to develop them, to improve them. You're looking holistically at those areas where you aren't as strong, and you're really accepting and leveraging your power so that you are prepared to meet any opportunities for success or for growth that come your way. This is also about kind of a cleaning house in the sense that you are building up the things that you feel reflect your goals and desires. You're sweeping away, working hard to sweep away and surrender to, at the same time, an old way of doing things, or particularly an old way of seeing yourself. In the past, I'm going to clarify with the Ace of Cups and the Four of Coins. In many ways, in the past, you have achieved something of value. You have achieved a sense of stability regarding your self-esteem, your self-worth, the things that you know are of value to you, the things that make you feel good, but also the foundation and basis from which you can grow a material sense of comfort and abundance. You're really reevaluating what that stability and security is for you, but it absolutely comes from a place of love and healing. The love and healing that you're experiencing is something that you've been working on for a long time. It could come in many ways through the release of loved ones that have been important to you, acknowledging that that loss actually was a gift for you in terms of a final acceptance and understanding of the love and the gifts that were there. This particularly can be about the loss of a family member, a parent, someone who was dear to you, someone who took care of you in the best way they knew how. And this has really helped you see how far you've come in establishing what you've always felt was the basis for your authentic achievement, your authentic growth. You've been released, you've received a healing from the passing of significant people in your life, maybe an opportunity to face that tremendous love, that flawed and imperfect love that helped you to readjust the terms of your life, move forward from a more holistic place, take full responsibility for those aspects of your life that you may have attributed to family patterns, members, or behaviors of yours that you felt you had no control over. In the present, the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Emperor. There's a sense of, again, ownership, responsibility for your actions, feeling as though you have successfully now surrendered things that you don't have control over. And in surrendering those things, you've actually realized how much you've received from those things that you didn't control. At the same time, this sense of responsibility, ownership of your life and your achievements, your efforts, is going along with a sense of exploration and new discovery. This is absolutely corresponding with not only a search for your own beliefs, for an openness to new ideas, a desire to relate to others, to communicate, to be in conversation, even negotiation with others, but also to look more deeply at your own resources of creativity, discovery, your imagination in a new context as you have taken up this more whole sense of who you are and the control you have over yourself. This is empowering any kind of creative or even growth prospect that you are imagining. You're looking at the possibility of creating something on more stable terms, but also releasing to your intuition and your imagination in a way that did not feel as possible in the past. In the future, the Eight of Coins is clarified by the Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man. This is really about the community that you are building towards, your sense of not just community, but the potential of the world. What you have chosen as your extended family, as your place in the world, is about a world that is dematerialized in the sense that you understand and extract the wealth of your emotions, your insights, your vulnerability, and you are able to share that safely with others in a way that is mutual, is reciprocal, that empowers each member of the community through an open and honest sharing of experience. This is really about recapturing joy, the joy that you understand always exists in the world despite the superficial hardships and difficulties that we endure. And one of the aspects of your self-improvement, your self-development projects is understanding where your ability to leverage your strengths encounters this abundant universe that you are now experiencing through this even loss from your past. You are recognizing that in order to take advantage of the opportunities around you, you must shift your perspective, and that is part of the personal discovery that you're undergoing right now. This quest for greater truth from a new perspective, this understanding that your thoughts are what create your reality. And in doing so, you're opening up your capacity to take a larger view, to step back and depersonalize your experiences so that you can recognize all that you already have, that you are already achieving and accomplishing, and that makes your life fulfilled in this present moment. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards at this point and ask you if you're enjoying this reading, if you are resonating at all, to please like this video, share it with someone who might find it useful, comment below as I love reading your comments, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I hope to be able to continue doing this for a long time to come and enjoy it greatly. So I pull trust. What you need is there. With love, all can be accomplished. And I'm also going to pull a flora and fauna of Africa. And this is both to honor glory in the motherland, but it's also about how the ancestors have prepared us. So the animal I pull for you is a Komodo dragon. And the plant that goes along that is the oak. The key word is steadfastness. It's time to make an important decision. Trust your instinct and don't waste time doubting yourself. Opportunity awaits. I'm now going to clarify with the Crow Tarot. I'm going to clarify the past, the Four of Cups, the Four of Coins with the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Cups with the Temperance card. This is about the healing that you've already been involved in for a long time to come. You have learned so much in your efforts to heal yourself. Perhaps this extends to healing your relationships with your family. And this is about balancing out again, and reinforces this idea that you are leveraging the things that you can control, your own responses, your own powers, your own strengths, taking full account for those, surrendering the things that you can't control. Again, what's reinforced here is the Five of Cups, a repeat card that is describing the sense of I think it's the difficulty, the absolute emotional tug in releasing things, old patterns, old relationships that are attached to old patterns that are that you absolutely understand kept you in a place of victimhood, but that are difficult to detach from, because those associations are as attached to you as you have at times been to them. So even if it is a sense of resentment among siblings, it is difficult for you to, and your siblings, as an example, to detach from the sense of resentment or competition, because it's what you know. It's what has framed your relationship for so long, particularly in the absence, perhaps, of a parent or someone who has passed on. It is just as difficult for them to release you energetically as it is for you to move on. So this is a huge pull. This is something you've been dealing with for a long time, and something that is the difficulties in truly surrendering, truly releasing with love, truly gracefully exiting from a frame of reference that is no longer relevant without leaving those relationships behind. In this case, you're not trying to push away old associations, even if you have been pushed away. You understand that these things have been in your life for a reason. You are attached through love at some level to these relationships, and yet you understand that these things must be put aside in order for you to go forward in a more empowered way towards the world, the changes that you want to affect in the world. In the present, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, and the Emperor is clarified by the Knight of Swords. So we're getting repeats here again. The Eight of Coins is also a repeat. So in the present, what this is telling me is that you are putting all of your energy, all of your attention, you're utilizing your desire for truth, justice, and success towards those qualities within you that you can improve upon. This is really includes things like your meditative practice, whatever spiritual practice you have, along with all the practical ways that you can improve your skills. In the future, the Ten of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, and the Hangman is clarified by the Six of Wands. Oh, lovely. So I see you working towards this sense of absolute independence. It comes across as a material independence, in such that you are recognizing how successfully you've been able to cultivate your own garden, cultivate your skills, your resources, your relationships now in this life as a part of your world, to the degree that you are always thinking about how best to reinvest in yourself and in your community, those things that are aligned with the world that you want to see. You're receiving recognition. You're receiving an acknowledgement for your ability to stay on the team, to continue to be on the team. And I think this absolutely includes those long-term family relationships that may be stressful, that you may be pulling away from, but you have not abdicated your position in the family or on the team, as well as those areas in your life that you're consciously building towards with a sense of greater responsibility for the abundance, the resources that exist, and that you would like to amplify, you would like to build greater joy and access to through your own behaviors. This is you committed to the team, and yet your individual efforts to improve yourself and your experience are elevating the team. And this feels relevant to whatever it is you're contemplating building at this time, you're contemplating moving towards. There's a great sense of justice, equity, and balance throughout this reading. The 4s and the 8s are indicating that you're looking at all sides of the desire to build comfort, stability, and security in your world and for others. I'm going to finish up this reading with a language of flowers and would love to hear your comments if you have those. If you are feeling so inspired, I enjoy reading your thoughts, even your appreciations. Your feedback is welcome. And I pulled the azalea, and the key word is temperance. Find balance and be centered. And that is absolutely highlighting the temperance card. Finding balance and being centered, I would say, are emphasizing your spiritual practices of whatever kind. Thank you so much, Aries. Until next time, namaste.